And it wasn't a good thing. Okay, so we're recording. So this week is clean and jerk. Last week was snatch. Each week it's gonna switch back and forth. So if you didn't hit snatch and you want to, that'll be back next week. So today our warm up, I will go over windmills. I don't know if you guys have seen them before, or done them before, but they're really easy to explain. They may have been called something different. So we're gonna do that warm up 3 times through. I'll call them out so you guys aren't like staring again, because this is gonna disappear. I'll let you guys know as you guys kind of go through things. So for clean and jerk today, if you don't have weight, you can use a broomstick, PVC, whatever you need. For those, you're gonna be working positions of the movement. I'll go over that, exactly what you're doing. So you're gonna do positions of the clean, positions of the jerk, kind of going through it. Go nice and slow, even if you, and especially if you have weight, don't rush through these. So weightlifting is each rep is, or each set is its own entity. So you don't want to rush. They're supposed to be focused every single time. So this is very different from CrossFit where we're trying to get those reps in for time. This is very methodical. You're thinking about it every time you're doing it. So then if you have a barbell, you'll be doing 2 clean and jerks, 2 cleans plus 3 jerks for 5 sets. So it'll go clean, clean, split jerk, split jerk. That's 1 set. All right. Again, if you have any questions as we're going through this, yell it out. I'll leave the volume on loud. And then if you have weight, you can add weight. You can kind of build up. This is about movement. See how you're comfortable, see how you're going. I will be watching you guys to kind of assess how you're moving. If I need to cue you, I'll cue you, I'll call out your name. And then for the accessory pieces, I'll go over those at the end. I don't want to go over them right away and then we'll all forget and then have to go over it again. But any questions how today's gonna run? A thumbs up if you're good. All right, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing that and then we're just gonna see, so I can see all of you. All right, so what we're gonna do is I should probably lower that so you can see me. So the first thing we're gonna do, you guys can take it back away from the camera. We're gonna do the windmill. So the way it works is you're gonna have your legs nice and wide. You can point one toe, whichever side you're gonna aim, whichever side you're gonna start with, outwards, all right? So you're gonna go out wide, arms out wide, and all you're gonna do is rotate. If you have a dumbbell and wish to add a little bit of weight or a light plate, you can put it up at the top again. It's gonna be all the way down, all the way up. And you're gonna do 5 on each side. All right, so 5 on one side, really thinking about it, and 5 on the other. So out nice and wide, and all the way up. 5 on each side. You should feel that kind of stretching in your hip flexor a little bit, the back, the psoas a little, hamstrings, your knee, pretty much your entire lower body. Good. Really stretching, 5 on the left, 5 on the right. Then we'll go on to the next movement. Good, really reaching. Trying to get to that toe, that leg should be nice and straight. If you can't get down with your toe, your leg straight, go as low as you can. Good, Sarah. Nice job, Maura. All right. So after those 5 and 5, what we're gonna do is jumping lunges, but without our knee touching. So the way it's gonna be in position, what we're gonna do is jump and switch, keeping that knee up, landing in that split jerk position 10 times, alternating back and forth, 10 total. All right. Split. Nice. Once you're done with those 10, you can go right into 15 air squats. You can take them slow or as fast as you'd like. Just trying to open up that bottom position. Hips nice and open, keep that chest up, knees driving out. Good, nice, Will. Good position. Nice, good work. Great. 15 air squats. We're done. I will have my clock going. We're gonna do 30 seconds of our stretch. So the way it's gonna work is you'll get on the floor You can either stand and rotate back and forth, or you'll get on the floor, have those palms facing you, kind of doing that pump backwards, opening up those wrists. Then you can flip them over, have them facing down. We're gonna do 30 seconds of that. You guys can start on up. Just rotating back and forth on the floor, open up those wrists. Trying to lean back, release, forward, release. Good. Yeah, and this is nice and go circular one way, and then the hardest part is going back the other way. I do not have a smart hand to do the other way. All right, 4 more seconds. All right, we can stand back up, and we're gonna do that twice, 2 more times through. So starting with the windmills, 5 on each side, rotating back and forth. Should get a little bit easier as we go through. Our hips and our back should be getting a little more open as we're doing this. We're Jane Fonding today-ish. Yeah, bring back the 80s. Good positions, nice. Good, more right into those jumping lunges, 10 jumping lunges. Good, thinking about that split jerk as you're jumping, so making sure your feet are nice and wide when you land. You don't want a tightrope. Nice, great jerk position. And then 15 air squats. If you make those jumping lunges like your jerk, it'll be perfect. Good. Making sure we're really thinking about keeping that chest up. If we caught that clean, our chest dropped at any point, we might lose that bar. So really working on those positions, squeezing that back nice and tight. And then into 30 seconds of wrist stretch. I have my clock going. I can kind of keep an eye on a few. Oh. Good. Nice. Get them nice and open. Palms facing backwards is probably my least favorite stretch ever, but does the trick. So have about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And then last time through for everything. Last time through this. So again, 5 windmills on each side, really stretching. Yeah, really pushing that hip. Nice. Right into those jumping lunges, making sure you go nice and wide, like our split position. So we don't want to be tight roping. So those feet nice and close, we'll never be able to sustain that bar overhead. So making sure we go nice and wide. Good, nice position. There we go. Hey, Sarah. Good, Will. And after these 15 air squats, we got 1 more last wrist stretch. You want to switch it up from doing those palms on the floor. You can kind of flip them over. So we stretch out the forearms. You can also do the, like Sarah, you can do the wrist rotations. That's totally okay. Nice. Good. All right, you guys got about 10 more seconds or so. Hopefully you guys are feeling nice and warm, nice and stretched a little bit. As we go through this, obviously like warming up with these, I'm gonna go over the movements, the positions and stuff like that. Those should help you kind of get warm again. All right, so today, again, we're going over clean and jerk. So if you guys wanna sit and watch for 5 seconds, I'm just gonna kind of go over what I'm looking for, the things that I really look and hope for when you guys are doing a lift. Biggest thing I can say for a clean is staying over the bar. So the first thing people tend to do as they're coming up, they sit back and stay behind that bar. I want you to think hips and shoulders rising at the same time. So my chest is always over that bar. What that does is that helps you drive straight through the floor and use your whole leg as power. All right. So who here is using a bar right away? So everybody's using a bar. So perfect. So I don't even have to go over the PVC stuff for you guys. All right. So you're going to be doing 2 cleans, 3 jerks, adding weight as you feel more comfortable, taking it nice and slow. Don't rush. So for your clean, I want you to make sure hips and shoulders rising, making sure that we reach that top. So what that means is that when you reach the top, our shoulders are basically touching our ears. We're reaching full extension. We're not going back. We're not staying too far forward. We're just going straight up. All right. And then dropping as quick as we can underneath that bar. The way to make sure that you're getting enough speed, the faster your elbow, the more comfortable you're gonna be plummeting under that bar. All right, thinking that you're gonna hit someone in the face with your elbow. All right, we'll start with the clean right now. So we're gonna grab our bars. We're gonna do a few watching before we clean and jerk together. I want you to do 5 reps each. What we're gonna do is make sure we're staying over that bar. Big shrug. All right, from mid-shin, you guys can start on your own. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. I'll kind of tweak you as you're going. Go ahead, Maura. You can start moving. You need to open your wrists up a little bit more, let me know. You guys can do that too. It's up to you. Good. Nice. Great position around. Sarah, I want you to think squeezing your shoulder blades. So that center of our back. More, get a little bit tighter in our back. All right, yep. Step back. Good, big shrug up. There we go, Will. Nice. That was good speed under the bar. Good, Sarah. So our goal today, if we can, is to get into a squat. If you are uncomfortable or you feel like that's going to throw you off and you really want to work positions of getting under the bar, you can do a power clean. I'm totally cool with that, okay? All right, so if you guys want to come back, I'm just going to go over the split jerk really quick. A lot of people kind of get weirded out by the split jerk. You're used to, especially since most of our workouts have us doing a power position, so always getting to that power jerk. For our split jerk, making sure that we're getting a nice straight dip. All right, so not letting our chest drop as we're getting that initial dip with the bar. We go up, land, making sure that that split is nice and wide. All right, we're creating a good solid base with our head through at the top. All right, our recovery is front foot, back foot. All right, so you guys can do 5 split jerks. You guys can just pull the bar straight up, go right into 5 split jerks. I'm gonna keep an eye on you guys before we put the 2 together. Kind of moving through it, making sure you get good. Pick up those big toes, Sarah. It will let you stay back in the heels a little longer. Better, there we go. Squeeze that belly, Maura. That'll help. Good. A little bit wider. That's why you kind of wiggled a little bit when you landed around. Split. There we go. Nice. Beautiful jerk. Good, Will. There we go. Once you've gotten that 5th one, you guys can put your bar down. So for today, as you guys are going through this, again, I'm going to be here like if you've done the strength class with Jake, he's kind of kept an eye on you as you guys have gone through your movements, called out cues. That is what I'm going to be doing today. Again, weightlifting is supposed to be slow and methodical. So the way it works, it's going to be 2 cleans, then 3 jerks. All right. So it'll be clean, bring it back down, get yourself reset, clean, bring it back up, go, jerk, set, jerk, set, jerk, and then you can put your bar down. That is 1 set. When you go for that second clean, if you want to drop the bar in between the 2 cleans, shake it out, you can. That is the whole point of weightlifting, is taking your time. All right? Any questions?
Is it a squat? Is it a squat clean or is it a power?
If you can squat, I'd prefer you to squat. If you're not comfortable with the squat clean just yet, we can work on getting speed, making sure we're working those positions on the power clean. That's totally okay.
Okay.
Whatever you're comfortable with. So again, it's 5 sets of that. Take your time. Do not rush through these. You have plenty of time to do it.
Hey, Dan, if you were
What's up, Will?
if you were gonna base it on percentages, like what would you recommend?
So today, because of the amount of volume there is, I would not exceed like 70%. So I'd say 70% or below.
Okay, cool.
All right, work those. And if you want, get to 70% and do 5 sets at 70%. So don't use the build up to it. Go
Just
straight
start
across.
at 70 and just go across the board.
No, like, well, you can obviously, you don't have to start at 70. You could build to 70% and then do the 5 sets of 2 plus 3 at 70%. That's totally fine. So you're getting a little bit more volume in there.
Sweet.
All right.
Should we start with just the bar or should we put weight
Yeah.
on first?
Whatever you want. If you want to start with the bar, you can. If you want to throw some weight on right away, go ahead. Totally. Good, Sarah. Nice. Good, Maura. Nice positions. Keep that back nice and tight, Will. Squeeze. Nice. Good, Maura. That second one was much better. That looked really good, Maura. So squeeze that back nice and tight, Sarah. Get a deep breath. Good. There we go. The third jerk was your best, Sarah.
The third one?
Yeah, the third one was your best, for sure. Nice jerk. That was beautiful. Good. Nice. Good. Really nice. That was a good split jerk right there. As you guys do these, I want you to make sure you're getting that back nice and tight. So there's 2 muscles that go down the spine. They're called the erectors. Make sure you're squeezing them nice and tight. That'll allow the arms to stay nice and long. All the weight will be built up from the bigger muscles. Good, Will. Nice. Beautiful. That was a great jerk. Good job, Maura.
Quick
up?
question.
Yep.
Was it like clean, jerk, and then jerk?
So I'll say this, it is up to you. I have no problem it being clean and jerk, then another jerk. That's totally fine. So
Okay.
class, I always give that variation. You can do either one.
Okay.
So you're doing it right. I would never, I wouldn't change it on you. That's fine. Who we got joining us? Be positive. Oh, hi, Sunil. How are you? Your name?
I'm doing good. I almost forgot.
It's all good. What's up, Maura? How you feeling, Will? Good.
I need chalk.
Oh, I know, right? That's the hardest part is now we're learning how to like seriously grip because there's no chalk around unless you bought it.
I begged Aaron for some when I was picking up stuff.
What?
I begged Aaron for some when I was picking up stuff. I have a block.
Oh. Smart plan. That was genius. You can, I think Amazon sells it. It's called Adder. That's the one I have at my house. It works really well. It's not expensive either.
All I had at home, I had like the liquid chalk, like that bottle, and it stinks.
Yeah, no, liquid chalk I've never heard was good. It's called Adder chalk, ADER, and I bought it on Amazon. Really great. I love it. Good, Sarah. Nice, Maura. Good switch right there. Get that back nice and tight before you go for your clean. Get set. Shake it out. I want you to make sure you're driving with your chest first before your hips. So what you're doing right now is going here, so it's relying on that lower back a little bit. I want chest first. All right? So try and rise. I always say head first. Oh no. Screen disappeared. Can't see it. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that was nice. Nice and solid. That was a better clean. Cut out. It's okay.
Me?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it before it cut out.
Sorry.
It's okay. No big deal. How you doing, Sunil? So you can warm up however you need. So we did some windmills. We did some air squats. We did some wrist stretching before we started. And then it's 2 cleans and 3 jerks for 5 sets today. All right. So windmills look like this. Clean to the side. Yep. Trying to keep your nice and long. 5 on each side, going as far down as you can with your leg nice and straight. Then jumping lunges. So keep that like you're in that jerk position. And then 15 air squats, then you do the wrist stretch. Good, Sunil. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Okay, just making sure, checking in. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you in the middle of you're just about to lift too. Sorry about that. Good, much better. Nice, those arms are nice and long. Good, Maura. Oh, no. It's all good. Squeeze your back. So stay nice and tight. Brace your belly. Pick up those big toes, Sarah. Better. Good, Will. So Sarah, on your jerk, what's happening is, what I'm seeing is as you're dipping, I think, and this happens a lot, our body tries to rush the movement. So what happens is you're almost thinking driving up when you're going for your dip, so that automatically shoots you to your toes. So you're losing the power from your legs, and that's making you chase the bar. So what I want you to do is, when I say pick up your big toes, what that'll do is that'll make sure, even if your body wants to go forward, it can't. It'll stop you. So that body is settled in the middle of your foot. So you'll dip straight, and then you'll stay straight. That makes sense?
Yeah, I think I'm dealing with like my right knee is a mess, and that's the one
Okay.
that goes back for me.
Okay.
And I think I'm rushing it because I'm afraid it's not going to actually go. So now that I'm thinking, I can't trust it right now.
Okay. Have you ever tried switching it?
No.
So where are you at percentage-wise right now?
Probably at like 65.
Okay. I think you would be okay. The one thing I'll say is, when you weightlift, especially with your jerk, because it's so, it's such an imbalance because you're so reliant on one leg to do kind of the movement, it's always good to learn how to do both sides. So today may be a good day to kind of test out the other side and see, okay, well, today's bothering me. I'm afraid that this leg is going to be a problem. Let me try and split the other way and see how that feels. It teaches us balance in our body, and that'll help kind of strengthen what may be weak also.
Do you think I should strip some weight off or just try switching it up?
I think 65%, you're at that range where you're okay to switch, and
Okay.
it won't be a big deal. Because this is something you could easily power clean and push press probably. Nice, good clean. So give it a go, see how it feels. It's gonna feel a little awkward, but what I'll say is I actually sometimes feel better on my opposite foot.
I have to think now. Okay.
Yeah, try it without the bar first, yeah.
Natural blonde, it takes a little bit of processing here.
Yeah, because we don't have to think when it's our normal foot.
Yeah.
Good, Sunil. Nice, Mora. Tim Carroll's here. There we go.
Whoa.
Hi, Alan.
That didn't work out well.
No?
No.
Feel weird? Super weird?
I was like walking with the, yeah.
All right, it's worth a shot. I just don't want you to cause an issue with the one knee. So I would say in the long run, just work both sides. See how it feels in the, over time. It'll help balance out the body a little bit more. And I think that's for everybody too. Try both sides, and when you're with just your barbell at home, give one side and then go for the other and see how that feels. It'll feel funny. I always like it. Good, Sarah. Squeeze the belly, brace, and stay nice and tight. Good, Sunil. Nice. Much better, Sarah. That third one was much better. Good jerk, Will. There we go. If you can, turn your camera just a little bit more so I can see a little bit more of your body as you're doing it. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Good, Sunil. Push, push, push. So the one thing I'll say as we go for our jerks, thinking when you're dipping, you should be able to kind of let go if you had to and go into a Frankenstein squat to jerk the bar. The arms really don't do much but connect us to the barbell. So really thinking that right in here in our upper back is squeezing and staying nice and tight, and that's where that weight is reliant. So that part of our body should always be sore after we've lifted because that's where that weight should be settled. So squeezing there, letting those rotator cuffs relax. When you go to throw it up, you'll never feel this kind of like tight and press kind of movement because if you ever notice if it's really tight here, you can't actually lock it out without having to actually push hard on it. It should be nice and relaxed and it should automatically go into a punch. All right, so squeezing that up and back, staying nice and tight.
So do we drop our elbows down?
You don't, so the one thing I'll say is you don't have to,
Because it's from what I understand, unlike the push press or because that Tim usually tells me not to drop my elbows. And
Yes.
I usually do.
yes.
So is it more resting?
Yeah.
And up.
Yes. So good point. So a lot of people think elbows have to be up in this like upward position. It should just be slightly in front. Being right about here, where they're just kind of keeping and creating that rack position is perfect. Anything too high won't give you the ability to rotate through. You're going to be too much in this. I don't know how to put it. Your shoulders are almost out of place to be able to turn.
Yeah.
So a little bit low, just in front where we create that rack is perfect.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a good question. Yes. Good, Maura. Nice
I hope I'm
position.
doing it right.
I'll keep an eye on this one.
Yep.
Yep, I can see you. Oh, good. No, that was fine. Yes. No, as long as when they get to here, that's perfectly fine. They are they're still forward. You still have that rack position where you're at. You're not moving anywhere. You're perfectly fine if you stay with that. Because they didn't shift down once they went down.
Because I usually have problems with my problem is with overhead is that I always do the elbows either too high or too low. I don't know where to position them.
What's the accessory?
No voice.
Danny,
you
you're
have no
muted.
sound.
Thank you. I was like, why is she gonna hear it? Okay. When you go for your from your clean into your jerk, you're here, right? From your clean, elbows are nice and high.
Me?
Yep. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
elbows are nice and high. Before you start going for your jerk, just lower them to that position that you're. Oh, they always lower. Just lower them to start to get yourself set so your body's prepared to jerk from that position. Make sense? So
Okay.
pause for a second and then go for your jerk. Because that's perfect.
Okay. Okay.
Who?
I'll give it one more try.
Yeah.
Because then my shoulders are failing.
Danny, what's the
the accessory, or could you possibly show it?
I'm going to show it right now for you. I got you, Maura. Perfect. Good. You have a great jerk. You have a very strong jerk.
Okay.
All right.
Thank-
Good, Sarah. Once Sarah's done, good, nice jerk, Will. There we go. Once these two are done with that last set, I'm going to show you guys the accessory stuff.
We need to have this class more often.
What?
We need to have this class more often.
Well, for right now, it's once a week, so you got me. Next time my phone, my computer won't shut off. It does that. It did that last week. I brought my charger. I have the wrong plug to plug it into the wall. So it's still at 50%, but it shut down for me.
The thing is that the weights are taking away all the negative energy from all the day. So
Yeah.
the Metcon is not doing anything. It's just making you sweat. The weights make this anger go away.
And the thing is, it's a beautiful day out for you to lift outside too. So it
Oh
makes
yeah.
it better.
I don't have another option overhead inside though.
Oh, okay. A little low.
Yeah, we figured out how to make a garage, but like all the gym equipment inside, but the overhead movements are not happening inside.
That's okay. We got
It's all
outside. Hey, hopefully every Thursday it's beautiful outside for you.
It's okay.
Or Wednesday,
I manage.
Today's Wednesday.
No, even I make it happen.
All right. So do you guys want to see what the accessory stuff is?
Sure.
All right. So again, like I said, they're very different. If you've taken class before, you've never seen these, so it's new for everybody. All right. So the dip hold, the way it works. So our normal jerk, our dip is this, right? So what you would do is normally if you have a rack at home, I would suggest, because you guys can do these also after class as well, doing this with added weight. So it teaches you to have that rack position with weight and control of your initial dip. For today, if you want to go with just your 70%, that's fine. So you'll get here, you'll dip, hold for 3 seconds, and stand. So it's teaching you to keep that back and torso nice and straight and just controlling that initial dip. And that's all that is. It's dip hold. It's 10 reps of 5 sets. All right, so you're gonna do that 10 times, hold, stand, 5 sets, 10 reps. The next thing is called a jerk press. You probably will only wanna do this with a barbell or a PVC, just giving you fair warning. So it's gonna be behind the neck. I'll take a step back. What you'll do is you'll go into that jerk position, right? So we're in that jerk, have that bar behind the neck, and you're just pressing from right here. All right,
Okay.
a little bit different, just kind of strengthening that, again, that jerk position. So we're strengthening our dip, now we're strengthening our split, kind of getting that pressing position right here. And then the last thing is our normal clean pull. If you've never seen them before, our clean pull, we're getting from mid-shin, going straight up, shrugging, and then releasing. All right? So it's gonna be 10 reps of the dips, 10 reps of the jerk presses, 5 reps of the clean pulls. And you're gonna do that for 5 sets.
Sure.
Right? Again, I have it written on that board on Facebook as well.
Where is that on Facebook? I cannot find it.
So on the community page, in our 908
Yeah.
community page, in there, I posted it today. So it has everything we did today, the warm up, the actual workout, and then we also have the accessory stuff written in there.
Okay.
I'm recording this right now so that we are going to save the recording. I think Tim is going to post it online as well. So if for some reason you want to come back to it or you forgot what the movement was, like the jerk presses or something, the recording will still be there for you guys as well.
Thank you.
Again, we have 5 minutes. And you guys can, if you guys want to ask me any questions, I try and save about 5 to 10 minutes at the end of class for any questions you might have. I like to offer anything that could help you on your day-to-day. If there's something you did at home and you had a question about it, be my guest, ask me right away. I'm fine. If not, you guys can do accessories.
For the accessory, we could do a little bit less weight than we were doing now with our cleans. Right?
Yeah, I would highly recommend it. So I would even say like the only thing I would add extra weight if possible would be the jerk holds. The presses from behind the neck, I would not add weight to because it's very different. So you're gonna get enough from a barbell in that point.
Yeah, totally. All right, cool.
All right.
Mm.
Any other questions? Good, Maura. Keep that chest up a little bit higher. There we go, yes. So on your jerks, the one thing I will say for the dip hold,
Oh, now I understand.
making
I'm
sure
not in
that
the
our
group.
chest does not drop. So keeping that chest up nice and high. What happened?
I'm not on the group.
Oh, that might be why.
I like on the normal Facebook page, not the closed group.
You're not, oh, okay. You're not in the closed CrossFit
No.
Network group? Oh. Well, friend requested Erin will give you access, then
I did.
I'll see if we can email it to you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Good, Sunil. Good job, Sarah. How'd that feel?
Really hard.
They're different, right?
Falling forward.
It's the one thing I like about, especially if you do these jerk dips on your own, adding weight to where you're at like 105%. So like over what you have been able to jerk before.
Yeah.
On the jerk dips, it will teach you how to control the dip, and it'll also make those 80 and 90% feel excessively light when you get back to them. So this uses really strong accessory pieces. The presses behind the neck, not so much. I wouldn't even go to like 10% of what you jerk. I would go to
You
like,
do all the dips and then like strip off the bar for the presses behind the neck and then.
yeah. If you want,
Okay.
like you can, if you want to do them, like you don't have to do them as a superset if you don't want to. That's up
Okay.
to you.
Okay, I'm gonna log out now and play around with accessories.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Danny.
You can email me, Sunil, if you want.
Yeah, I'll email you.
Okay.
Let me respond.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks, Danny. Later.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you
Good,
too.
Maura.
Bye, Danny.
Bye. Hi, Alan.